Hey, are you feeling stressed and wondering how to stay calm when everything feels out of control? You're in the right place because today we're exploring powerful stress relief techniques to help you manage stress and feel calmer. Stress is everywhere, in emails, endless news feeds, and the constant pull of expectations. It feels relentless, like there's always more waiting for you. But here's the key. Stress isn't the real problem, it's how we deal with it that matters. We'll draw inspiration from Stoic philosophy, which offers a mindset shift to transform how we handle stress. You don't need to meditate for hours or make drastic life changes. Small adjustments in how you think and act can make a big difference. Stress loves to pull us toward the uncontrollable, worrying about what might happen, what others think, or how things will unfold. It's exhausting, isn't it? Stoics teach us that focusing on external factors is a major source of anxiety. The solution is simple. Focus only on what's in your control. Epictetus said it best. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Your thoughts, actions, and choices are yours to command. Other people's reactions, the weather, or the economy are beyond your influence. By separating the two, you free yourself from wasting energy on what you can't change. Think of it like standing in a storm. You can't stop the rain, but you can choose to carry an umbrella. Focusing on what you can control creates shelter from chaos. Start by making two lists: what's in your control and what's outside of it. When stress creeps in, use these lists to guide your focus. Ask yourself, am I focusing on something I can influence, or am I caught up in what I can't change? Stress often feels like a roadblock, overwhelming and paralyzing. But stress doesn't have to be your enemy. It can become your greatest teacher. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The challenges we face can help us grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Think of stress like physical exercise. At first, lifting a heavy weight feels impossible, but over time, the resistance builds strength. Similarly, stress can help you build inner strength if you shift your mindset. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Instead of resisting the pressure, lean into it and explore the lessons it holds. For example, if you're overwhelmed at work, it might be a chance to refine your time management or set better boundaries. If a relationship feels strained, it could be an opportunity to practice patience or improve communication. Unexpected challenges might teach you to adapt and stay steady in uncertainty. Reframing stress as a teacher helps it lose its power to crush you. It becomes something to navigate rather than fear. Consider keeping a stress journal. At the end of each day, write about one stressful moment, how you reacted, and what you learned. Over time, you'll notice patterns and start seeing how stress leads to growth. In moments of intense stress, ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? This question often puts things in perspective, reminding you that challenges are temporary. When you view stress as an opportunity for growth, life's obstacles become less intimidating. The next time stress arises, pause and ask, how is this helping me become the person I'm meant to be? You might be surprised by the answer. Modern life has conditioned us to seek comfort at every turn. We are constantly surrounded by conveniences like instant food, climate-controlled homes, and endless entertainment at the push of a button. While these luxuries make life easier, they also make us more fragile. When stress or discomfort inevitably arises, it feels unbearable. The Stoics understood this and proposed an unconventional solution: embrace discomfort on purpose. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most practical thinkers, recommended setting aside a certain number of days to live with the simplest and cheapest fare, wearing coarse and rough clothing, and asking yourself, is this the condition I feared? By voluntarily stepping into discomfort, we build resilience and learn that our fears are often exaggerated. Think of stress as a storm. If you've never experienced bad weather, the first storm might leave you panicked and unprepared. But if you've practiced braving the rain by camping outdoors or walking in rough conditions, you'll know how to stay calm and work through it. Voluntary discomfort works the same way. It prepares your mind for challenges by exposing it to manageable doses of hardship. This practice isn't about punishing yourself or living a life of deprivation. It's about strengthening your inner resolve so that when unexpected stress hits, you've already built the mental muscle to handle it. You can practice this by fasting, skipping a meal or two, and observing how your body and mind react. You'll realize that hunger isn't as terrifying as it seems, and this awareness builds mental toughness. Try taking a cold shower or turning off the heating for a day. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it trains your mind to stay calm when faced with adversity. Spend a day without your phone, social media, or streaming services. It might feel strange at first, but it teaches you to find peace in stillness. Push yourself beyond your comfort zone with activities like running, hiking, or yoga. The discomfort of physical exertion translates into mental resilience over time. After each act of voluntary discomfort, reflect on what you learned. Ask yourself if you survived the discomfort, what you discovered about your strength, and how it has prepared you for future challenges. When you practice voluntary discomfort regularly, you reframe your relationship with stress. Challenges no longer feel insurmountable because you've already proven to yourself that you can endure difficulty. You're building a kind of mental armor that protects you when life throws curveballs your way. Seneca believed that by confronting discomfort head-on, we rob it of its power to intimidate us. He was right. The more you embrace discomfort, the more unshakable you become. The next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that you've faced discomfort before and have come out stronger. Let that knowledge guide you forward. Stress often feels overwhelming when we react impulsively. It's that moment when a sharp email hits your inbox and frustration leads you to reply instantly, or when a careless comment stirs anger before you've processed it. These snap reactions escalate stress and distance us from the composed version of ourselves we aim to be. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that we have power over our mind, not external events, and understanding this grants us strength. That strength begins with a pause. Pausing allows space to choose a better response, one based on wisdom rather than fleeting emotions. Think of your mind as a glass of muddy water. When shaken, it's cloudy and chaotic, but when left to settle, it becomes clear. Similarly, pausing lets the sediment of stress and emotions settle, enabling clarity and intentional responses. In a world that rewards speed, instant replies, quick fixes, immediate decisions, pausing can feel counterintuitive. Yet it's one of the most effective ways to reduce stress and regain control of emotions. You can practice this through a simple method like taking 3 slow, deep breaths when faced with a stressful situation. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Repeating this calms your mind and shifts your focus from reaction to reflection. Ask yourself questions like, what outcome do I want? Or will my reaction help or hurt? These questions engage your rational mind and help temper emotional impulses. If possible, step away from the situation entirely. A brief break, a walk, closing your eyes, or simply breathing can prevent hasty reactions. This habit transforms your long-term handling of stress. By creating space between stimulus and response, you weaken the grip of impulsive emotions. Over time, you'll find stressful situations less overpowering. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control life's events, we can control how we respond. Pausing allows us to embody this principle, turning emotional chaos into calm composure. Much of our stress stems from fear of loss, failure, or the unknown. These fears keep us anxious, always anticipating the worst. Negative visualization, a core Stoic practice, offers a way to confront and overcome these fears. It's not about dwelling on negativity, but mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios to prepare for them with courage and clarity. Seneca advised that foreseeing potential difficulties robs them of their power. By visualizing challenges, We reduce fear of the unknown and enhance gratitude for what we have. To practice, spend a few moments in the morning imagining possible difficulties. Consider how you'd handle them. For instance, if you fear a conversation going poorly, visualize staying calm, speaking thoughtfully, and maintaining your dignity. Reflect on what you value by imagining its loss, your job, health, or relationships. This fosters deeper gratitude and awareness of life's transient nature. When planning, imagine potential setbacks and think of ways to address them. This prepares you for obstacles and reduces stress when they arise. Negative visualization teaches acceptance of life's unpredictability. It's like rehearsing for a fire drill. When challenges arise, you'll be ready. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of life's impermanence, urging mindfulness and focus on what truly matters. Far from being pessimistic, this practice liberates you from fear. Rehearsing worst-case scenarios diminishes their power to intimidate, strengthens your mental resolve, and deepens appreciation for the present. Negative visualization doesn't mean you wish for bad things to happen. It means you're prepared to meet them with strength if they do. Stress often pulls us away from the present, dragging our minds into a whirlwind of what-ifs and regrets. We worry about deadlines, replay embarrassing moments, or fear what tomorrow might bring. The Stoics believe this mental time travel is a major source of human suffering. Their solution was simple: anchor yourself firmly in the present. Marcus Aurelius encapsulated this beautifully. Confine yourself to the present. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Stress loses its grip when you focus on the now, the only moment you truly have. Why does being present reduce stress? Imagine your mind as a camera lens. When you're consumed by worry or regret, the lens zooms out, capturing an overwhelming and blurry scene of everything that could go wrong. But when you focus on the present, the lens sharpens, bringing clarity and calm. Living in the moment grounds you, preventing your energy from being scattered across past failures and future uncertainties. It allows you to handle what's right in front of you. If you want to cultivate presence in your daily life, there are simple techniques you can practice. When stress pulls you into a spiral, try the 5-4-3-2-1 exercise. Identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 sounds you can hear, 2 scents you can smell, or focus on your breath if scents aren't present, and 1 thing you can taste. This exercise anchors your awareness in the physical world, pulling you out of racing thoughts. You can also set reminders to stay present. Use your phone or watch to set a daily alarm with a message like, "Am I really here?" When the alarm goes off, pause and check if you're living in the moment or lost in worry. Another method is micro-meditation. No elaborate setup is needed. Just spend 60 seconds focusing on your breath. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4, then exhale for 6. This simple act calms your nervous system and centers your awareness in the now. Engaging fully in simple activities is another way to stay present. Whether washing dishes, walking, or drinking coffee, focus on doing one thing at a time. Notice the textures, sounds, and sensations without letting your mind wander. Being present doesn't mean ignoring the past or future. It means choosing to engage fully with the task or moment in front of you. When you train yourself to live in the present, you'll find that stress begins to fade. Stress thrives on distraction, and by grounding yourself in the now, you weaken its hold. Marcus Aurelius wisely reminded us, forget everything else. Keep hold of this alone, and remember it. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant. Let this wisdom guide you, and let go of attachments to the distractions that pull you away from life's fleeting moments. One of the most subtle yet powerful sources of stress is our attachment to how things should turn out. We set rigid expectations, success at work, a perfect relationship, or a flawless performance. And when reality doesn't align, frustration and anxiety take over. Stoicism offers a liberating perspective. Let go of attachment to outcomes and focus instead on your efforts. Epictetus taught, asterisk make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it occurs. Asterisk, this means controlling what you can, your actions and mindset, while releasing the results. This isn't about apathy, but about finding peace in doing your best without clinging to specific outcomes. Consider a surfer who doesn't control the waves. They can only control how they ride them. If they obsess over making every wave perfect, they'll end up frustrated. But by focusing on their technique and staying adaptable, they find joy and mastery in the process. Similarly, when you stop tying your self-worth to outcomes, stress diminishes. You become free to give your best effort without the fear of failure looming over you. Practicing this perspective can be challenging, but it starts with shifting your approach. Instead of setting rigid goals that imply specific results, focus on intentions rooted in your effort and values. For example, rather than saying, asterisk I must get promoted, asterisk try, asterisk I'll give my best at work and remain open to opportunities. Asterisk instead of, asterisk this conversation must go perfectly, asterisk think. Asterisk I'll communicate with honesty and patience. Asterisk at the end of the day, ask yourself, asterisk did I do my best with what I could control? Asterisk this simple reflection redirects your focus from external validation to internal satisfaction. Using mantras can also help reframe your mindset. Phrases like asterisk I release the need to control the outcome, asterisk or asterisk my job is to try. Not to guarantee, asterisk remind you to focus on the process rather than obsessing over results. Life will always be unpredictable. When you embrace this reality instead of resisting it, you free yourself from the stress of forcing outcomes. Imagine preparing for a job interview. You can't control the interviewer's mood or the qualifications of other candidates. What you can control is your preparation, attitude, and how you present yourself. By focusing on these, you'll not only feel more confident, but also experience less stress, regardless of the result. Thank you for exploring these Stoic stress relief techniques. We hope this journey has provided practical tools and meaningful insights to bring more calm, clarity, and strength into your life. Remember, stress doesn't have to control you. You always have the power to choose your mindset and response. Stoic philosophy teaches that peace comes from within, not from avoiding challenges. By focusing on what's in your control, embracing the present, and letting go of attachment to outcomes, you take a powerful step toward mastering your inner world. Each small effort you make brings you closer to becoming the resilient, grounded person you're meant to be. Thank you for engaging with this content. Stay calm, stay strong, and continue your journey toward wisdom and purpose.